Bonjour, hi! Welcome back to another video. Today, I'm doing something, actually, I've done this on TikTok in the past on my French account. For those of you who don't know, my first language is actually French. And I do have a French TikTok account and an English TikTok account. And that's a trend that I saw going on TikTok, and I did it on my French account. But I thought that the trend was so fun and cool that I wanted to do it here as well. So today I will be presenting to you my top unsexy, unaesthetic products that really do make a difference and that are worth every penny, every little dollar. And some of them are actually pretty cheap, but they just work. And that's, I think, the whole point of a product when you're buying it, is that you want it to work. I feel like a lot of brands base their products and their sales on marketing and how good they market a product and how good it looks and the whole aesthetic thing. But some of them are just not that cute, but they work just as good. So that's what I'm doing today. I'm done gatekeeping. Not that I'm a gatekeeper, but actually maybe some of these products you have heard of, maybe some of them you haven't. So here we go for my favorite unsexy products that will make you sexy. Actually gonna go with like categories, but they're not like in any specific order. I'm just gonna go randomly start with this first category. First category is dental hygiene, oral hygiene. I'll be frank with you, my bottom teeth are probably one of my top insecurities, but I feel like these products somehow allow me to be a little bit more confident about my smile, starting with a water flosser. This is not cute. This is a big boy. And I actually was influenced by the people of TikTok to actually get one. Beware, this does not replace actual flossing. I feel like it's so fun. It's a little tool. Is it necessary? No, it's not a necessity. It won't do any damages if you use it properly. I don't know, I just feel like it's a little gadget. It's a little thingy. It makes my water flossing experience fun. There are definitely cuter and more aesthetic options out there, but this is the one I have and this is the one I love. For reference, by the way, every single product that I will be talking about today is listed below if you'd like to get them. They're all available on Amazon Canada. If you're not in Canada, they're most likely available on just regular Amazon because you guys have everything, but in Canada sometimes you don't. But we do have the ones that I will be presenting because that's actually where I got most of mine. So that's that. In the same category, we have this mouthwash. You've probably seen it before, but the one you saw was probably the green one. The green one is disgusting. I've tried it because I wanted to see what the hype was about. Actually, no, my sister got it because she wanted to see what the hype was about. And she was disgusted, so I tried it. I was like, it cannot be that bad. It was that bad. But the blue one is actually decent. Obviously, this is not going to be like your typical mouthwash in terms of flavors, because this doesn't have any alcohol, and it's, I don't know, there's like a lot of benefits on there. What does it say? No alcohol or dyes, non-burning, and it's dentist formulated, and it's powered by oxygen, whatever that means. So no, it does not taste like your typical mouthwash, but does it work? It sure does, and it's actually bearable, especially the blue one. I haven't tried the other ones except for the green one, and I can assure you that this one is way less gross. It's actually decent, so do with that information what you will. And I kid you not, you could eat raw onion and then use this and nobody would know. That's how good it is. I don't know how it works, but it just does. It just does. So why wouldn't you get this? If I'm not mistaken, it is a little bit more expensive than regular mouthwash, and I think you can actually get this at the pharmacy or the drugstore. But it's like a couple of dollars more expensive than the regular ones, and I think it is worth the investment, especially if you hate like the burning sensation of mouthwash. This is gonna be your next best friend, because it's so gentle. In a similar vein, the Marvis toothpaste has changed my life. Like, I remember I have this really old memory of my grandma actually having this. And it was just like the best toothpaste I had ever tried before. It's, how can I describe it? I mean, it's toothpaste, so how different can it be from like regular or like the more typical toothpaste that we usually use and know. But it's just, there's something about it. It feels like a little thicker. It feels a little older, if that makes sense. I just feel like it's for, maybe I'm biased because the tube looks old and it looks like old medicine and ointments, but it's just, I don't know. I don't know what it is about it, but it gives like pharmaceutical, what's the word? Like it gives old pharmacy vibes and I love it. And the flavor that I have here is whitening mint, but I really enjoy the cinnamon one, like the cinnamon, I think it's cinnamon mint. There's also an like aquatic mint, there's fresh mint, there's like a bunch of them, there's jasmine, there's, I know it sounds weird, but believe me, they're all actually decent except for the licorice one. There's a licorice mint one that I'm not a fan of, but it's still like bearable. But I don't know, I just feel like this is fun. Again, this is a little bit more expensive than the common toothpaste that we know, but I think it's just worth it. I just feel like it works better. It's more effective and it leaves my breath feeling fresh and clean. And these two together, that's a great combo. Last product in the oral dental hygiene category is the Crest 3D white strips. You've probably seen them before, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I have tried so many different brands, so many different types of white strips, of whitening treatment, and these are just the best ones out there. That's just how it is. I have to admit, I do have sensitive teeth and sensitive gum, and they do make my teeth sensitive, especially like the next morning because I like using them at night, but after like 24 hours it's gone. So I just feel like it's kind of worth it, in my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I should be concerned about the sensitivity? I'm sorry, my English today is it's a little rough. Again, not cute, but they work. They just do. You know, there's like all these brands that are trying to make like whitening kits, like at-home whitening kits sound cool and aesthetic and fun. It's not. It's just it has to work. That's what needs to happen. It doesn't have to be cute. It just has to work. And that's what they do. Okay, now we're moving on to the beauty, skincare, kind of like a mix of a bunch of beauty products, but they're not really beauty. Anyway, category number 2, because there's a bunch of products there. Starting with this got to be glued spiking glue gel. Is that a gel? They literally called it a glue because that's how good it is. This, I've had this for like many months and I feel like this is gonna last me a lifetime because a little amount goes a long way, and it is called glue for a reason. It just glues everything in place. Honestly, I've tried a bunch of gels, a bunch of pastes, a bunch of waxes for, especially for like slick back buns or slick back ponytails or whatever you want to call it, you know, the looks where you slick it all back, and this by far is the best. It's the most effective. It is gross, as you can see. It gets messy and it's not cute. How ugly is this packaging? But it just works so well. And not only do I use this for my hair, but I also use it for my eyebrows sometimes, especially if I want to go for like a no makeup look, or just like when I actually do not put on makeup but I want to still feel like and look a little bit more presentable. I will do my eyebrows with this. I will put on like a clear mascara and then I would just do my eyebrows with this, and it just works so good. A little goes a long way, especially if you want to do your eyebrows with this. You need the tiniest amount, because if you put on too much, you're gonna get clumps. So you have been warned. Next product is this body oil from Palmer's Coconut Formula. Is that the name of the brand? Actually, it's this brand here, and I believe this is the whole name. And it's a body oil with vitamin E that smells like coconut. It just smells so good, and it does the job so well. When I get out of the shower, I like slathering that all over my body. It doesn't stain, not that I know of, not that I haven't noticed any staining. Obviously I let it dry before, you know, putting on my clothes, but it dries pretty quickly. I would say like 10 to 15 minutes. It is all absorbed by the skin, and it leaves you with this beautiful shine and glow, and it just smells so good. Obviously, you have to be into coconut stuff, like coconut scented stuff, but even if you're not, I think you would just fall in love with this because it is so good. And I don't know, I honestly love it so much. I used to get out of the shower and not do anything with my skin, like other than my face skincare. I wouldn't put any lotion, any body oil, and ever since I have been taking the time to apply a body lotion or this body oil in particular, it's just I've just been so, like, I have soft skin to begin with, but this makes it extra smoother and extra soft. I'm obsessed with this. It costs like what, $10 I think on Amazon. It's really not that expensive. Again, same for this. This goes a long way. A couple of pumps a day. It's actually, you know, I've had this for a couple of weeks now and I'm nowhere near running out. So again, very good. It is worth every penny, every drop of money that you're gonna spend on this. You're gonna enjoy this. From the same brand, it's this here. It is called a Soft and Smooth Swivel Stick. Wow, that's a lot of S's. It looks like glue, but it is not. It's actually a lip balm. Wow, my hands are a little bit oily and slippery. And the formula is just so smooth. It's so great. Whenever I want to like hydrate my lips, but I don't feel like putting on a lip balm, or I just don't know what to go for and I don't want to think about it, I just find myself reaching for this because it's hydrating, it's moisturizing, it smells good, it's soft, it doesn't leave any weird residue. Like, you know, sometimes there's weird stuff happening around the mouth when you talk. Not with this. Plus, it will get you some reactions because people are gonna think that you're putting glue on your mouth. You're not. It's actually just lip balm. But I love seeing people's faces when they see me putting this. There's vitamin E in this as well, and it smells, again, a little bit like coconut. Anyway, this is great, and I actually got mine at Dollarama, so just like keep an eye out. It's $1. $1 for all of this goodness. It's not always there though, so keep an eye out, and when it's there, take it, and maybe take like a couple, you know, to give to your friends or just like stuck up. I don't know. You do whatever you want to do, honestly. You've probably heard of the Tower 28 bacterial kind of spray, like something spray. The bottle is red. And at first I was really intrigued by that product until I looked at the price on Sephora's website. It was like $30-something for that. And I don't even know if it's this good. So I did some research and then people were just like, yeah, this is hypochloric acid, like that's what it is. And so with that information, I did more research and then I found a dupe. That is right, I'm a dupe queen. That's exactly what it is. So this is hypochloric acid face and skin spray, and it's meant to kill the bacteria on your skin. And again, I looked it up and the ingredients are the exact same as the Tower 28 something spray. And I think this was like $11-12 on Amazon. And the good news about this one is that you can get the big jug and then just refill this. You could just refill it and you can literally use this anytime. I use it when I get out of the shower, when I do my skincare, before applying makeup, just refreshing my skin if I want to. And especially after going to the gym, I love using this on my face, but also on my chest and armpits, just to like, maybe it's placebo, maybe it doesn't do anything, but because it is antibacterial, I just feel like it kills the bacteria. Obviously I'm gonna be taking a shower later on, but just for like the moment, I feel like it does a little something, and because it is a spray, it's also refreshing, so it doubles as a refreshener. A refresher, it refreshes the skin. You get it. I know there are many different brands. That's the one that I ended up choosing because I looked at the reviews and I actually do enjoy it very much, but you do your research and then you pick the one you want to pick. It's hypochlorous acid. That's all you have to remember. We're keeping it in the same route in terms of pimple. I have acne. I have imperfection on my skin. I've always had and I always will because that's just how my skin is. I have good skin days, I have bad skin days, and for those bad skin days, I like using this. This is, again, another dupe for the Paula's Choice BHA exfoliant, that one. It is pretty much the exact same formulation, but at half of the price. This is Penoxyl Clarifying Exfoliant. This is made specifically for acne treatment, so if you do not have acne, I would not necessarily suggest you use this because it is pretty hard on the skin. But if you do have acne, you're gonna thank me later. I like using this almost as a toner. I do not use it every day because I don't want to damage my skin, because it is still like a chemical exfoliant and you should not exfoliate your skin every single day. Don't quote me on this, but I think that the recommended frequency for exfoliating your skin is like once or twice a week, depending on how thick your skin is and depending on how sensitive also your skin is. So I do use this like once, maybe sometimes twice a week, especially if my skin is really bad. But it is alcohol free, but that doesn't mean that it's not, you know, intense on the skin, because it is meant to clarify the skin, if that makes sense. I love a good dupe, and this is what it is. Again, not sexy at all. This looks pretty ugly to me, but it does the job, and that's what we want here. For when it is a very, very bad skin day, you're gonna catch me walking around with a pimple patch on my face. Ever since I've discovered pimple patches, they have changed my acne game. Like, I don't know why I didn't think of wearing pimple patches before. It used to take me a couple of days to like recover from a pimple. I actually do have one here and I put on a pimple patch today, but I just know that with pimple patches, it's gonna be gone in a matter of days. And before using pimple patches, like some pimples would stay on my skin for like a week and even 2 weeks, like for the whole healing process to happen and then for the thing to resorb and then eventually scar and leave my face. It would take like forever. But when I do use a pimple patch now, it is so much quicker. It also acts as a protecting shield for your skin, so no other bacteria comes in and infects the pimple even further, and then it just never heals properly. So this is great. I got these on Amazon. I got like 12 little pockets like this, and they each come with one sheet with a bunch of sizes for different sized pimple, and it's so good. Again, not sexy. I know that there are brands who have like cute little pimple patches, like little stars and hearts, but why would you bother? Honestly, it is cute, but you get these that are almost transparent for like half the price, even a third of the price. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm cheap, but I don't need a star on my chin or on my cheeks. I'll just go for this. I don't care. And last but not least, I kept the big boy for last. We're talking about the CeraVe Healing Ointment. This product is slept on. I'm gonna say it again. This product is slept on. I see people talking about Aquaphor, but I don't see them talking about the CeraVe Healing Ointment. It is better, and I just love it so much, especially for slugging. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I was skeptical about slugging because I have pimples and because I have oily skin and I have big pores. So I was like, why would I put a thick layer of something that doesn't breathe on my skin? But I get it. If you're unfamiliar with the whole slugging concept, it's basically just layering your usual skincare and then locking it in with a healing ointment, something that doesn't really get absorbed by the skin. So not only does it allow your skin to absorb more of the products that you put in, because nothing gets dissolved in the air, like nothing evaporates in the air, but you also don't ruin it with the outside bacteria because this is protecting your skin. This is a big boy, and a little goes a long way. You don't need much. You just need a even layer. It doesn't have to be that thick because this is already a thick product, so you don't have to, you know, put on a ton for it to, you know, be there. Otherwise, one, it's never gonna dry, and then too. You're just gonna waste product. So I use this at night. You should do slugging at night, not at daytime. And what I like doing is actually doing my skincare with the slugging a couple of minutes before going to bed. Actually, like an hour if I can, in order for my skin to absorb all the skincare, but also for this thing to dry a little bit so I don't stain all of my bed sheets. But yeah, it just locks in all the products that you put, and it makes your skincare more effective because it doesn't get evaporated in the air. And so whatever you're putting on your skin is actually staying there. So if you haven't tried slugging, you should. You should go watch a bunch of TikToks about it. That's what I did. And that's what I do now. And I will say that I don't really slug when I have like really active acne because I don't want anything to clog the pores. Though this is not pore clogging. This is non-comedogenic. What's the word for this?
Non-comedogenic.
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 Non-comedogenic. So this is non-comedogenic. Non-comedogenic. So this this is non-comedogenic. It doesn't clog the pores. That's what it means, okay? It doesn't do it, but you know, just to be safe, I don't like putting on a thick layer when I do have an active pimple because I'm trying to like spare it from all these XYZ products. Except for these two, obviously. Wow, so that was it. Those were all my unsexy products that I swear by that are worth all of your money, and some of them are worth the hype. Some of them deserve the hype. Some of them are ugly, but they work. Some of them are not so ugly and they still work just as good. So again, I will have them all listed below if you're interested or intrigued. And on that note, I'm going to wrap it up here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting me. I truly, truly, truly mean it. Hopefully I have made a little difference in your day today. If you would like to make a difference in mine, you know what to do. And I'm going to wish you in bonne journée.